Hi everybody, we're on the way to drop off the little Fiat Panda 100 horsepower. So the lucky lad who's won it lives about, I would say, maybe 40 minutes from the garage, which was lucky for him and very lucky for us. Saved it getting transported halfway around the world. Luckily he lives not a million miles away. Just driving this car, I'm a little bit gutted giving it away. I remember why I got it. It was just, what a fun little car to drive. I absolutely love Fiat Pandas. Even though, you know, get to drive some pretty nice cars, drive Porsches, Range Rovers, etc., trucks, whatever. There's something about these little Pandas. I think they're like a Defender. They don't drive amazing. They don't look amazing. But there's just something a little bit cool about them. This one being the 100 horsepower one is even cooler. 6-speed gearbox here. The sound system's not too bad. I think this is a 1300, so it's 100 horsepower obviously, that's the model. Little sports button for the steering. You know, just tiny little things make it that little bit extra trick. The wheels a little bit lower, wide arches. It's just a cool little car. And it's nice to actually get in a car that's not worth a fortune, but still a really good car to drive. You know, it's got everything that I would want. Aircon is ice cold on a day like today. I think so. It's saying it's 23 degrees. Aircon's lovely and cold. It's got full, like, proper cup holders in the front. It's got cup holders in the back. Now, lots of little cars miss all these little things out, but this Panda's just got everything, and I can appreciate why people love them. There's quite a following for these 100 horsepowers. So like I say, I'm a little bit gutted actually giving it away, but I found out that the guy who, or the young lad who won it, today is actually his 70th birthday. So he's applying for his driving license, lessons, all that sort of stuff. So what we've done is we've obviously won the car and we've taxed it for him as well. So hopefully by the time that tax runs out, he's all passed and he's on the road with all his mates in the car with him. Wish him many happy years of motoring this little Panda, because I would drive this forevermore. For a tiny car, there's loads of room in it. Honestly, I can't stress enough how much I love this tiny little car. You know, normally I don't know, it's smaller than a Fiesta, I would say, inside, but it's just so much cooler. You know, you very rarely see the 100 horsepower models. They're just I don't think they were a massive seller back in the day when they first come out. So he's got the car for free, it's taxed, and he's also got a full MOT that we've done. We also put the clutch was right at the top, the biting point, when I test drove it. So we just wanted to prep it really for whoever won it. So because the biting point was at the top, we put a brand new clutch kit in it. And also, just because of the age, not on the miles, we also put a genuine Fiat time belt kit on it. So hopefully this car will give him absolutely no problems at all. I mean, it's only got 40,061 miles. It runs like an absolute dream. There's nothing doesn't work. You know, electric windows work. It's got everything you ever want. I love this little car. You know, it's even got like steering wheel controls, the radio, everything. What an awesome little car, and I really hope that he has many years of happy motoring this. And I think when you, especially that age, this is where like big memories get made. I think, you know, your first car, you end up going places, and normally when I look back at like things like good parts or, you know, good times, normally that's how I remember what sort of car I had at the time. So when I went to this place, I had this car, and that's because I'm a car guy and that's what I remember. But I really hope he has a awesome good few years in this car and enjoys it, and then no doubt one day this will get part extended for something else, and hopefully the next person enjoys it. But we'll show you when we get there. We'll show you us giving that car away, and I think it'd be a happy moment for him and a bit of a sad moment for me. But thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you when we get there. Right, we've landed at Callum's house to give him the little Panda 100 horsepower. Are you happy?
Right, sound.
Your birthday of the day?
Yeah.
Oh, what a car his birthday. Hopefully Callum will have plenty of time, many happy years of motoring here. He's a big kid like, so I think he might outgrow it pretty quick. 20 stone in the front of a Panda. Maybe he's not going so well, but I'm sure he'll get plenty of happy years of it. Thanks for the competition and well done.
Right,
Congratulations.
See you soon.
Woo.
Cheers. Oh, there you go, look. There's the key. Straight into it. Let us see the 20 stone man in the Panda. Like a dream, straight in.
It was meant to be.
Hold that though.
Whew. There could be 40 stone nearly in here.
Well, there will be now.
Right in there.
Yeah, great. That's it.
Many happy ridings in that car.
Plenty of space in the boot.
Eh?
Plenty of space in the boot.
Aye. Right. I've gone fucking 2-1.
Right.
No, I'm alright, man.
No, definitely not.
Sweet.
right. Cheers.
Leave on it. Anytime.
Cheers, Bob. I appreciate that.
Right, we've landed on the Brembo stand, some really cool stuff here. First thing I've noticed is that this big brake pad and disc is something that you'd see similar on our Renault Magnum. Just to give you a reference of the size of that next to my hand, and there's an iPhone. So that is some size brake pad that, obviously a pair of them, that big disc will stop that axle, no problem at all. So I think our Magnum is 44 tonne rated, and a very similar system will stop that. And on this side, we've got the much smaller, but still what we use every day. So it says here, this is the A3 Sportback. This is the Brembo disc that they use. And then we've got that's the rear, and this is the front. The pads that go along with the 3 Series, so these are the calipers that's on the, so a lot of the 335 X-Drive, and also I don't think they're the same as the M4, I think the M4 is slightly bigger, but very much the same. So that's the F30, F31 platform. You always see these in blue when they come on the BMW. I think they have the M Sport, but it is a Brembo caliper all the same. Then we've got the brakes off a Tesla. These look awfully small for a Tesla with all that power, but I think it's actually the fact the motors do the regeneration, so it slows you down without having to use them too much. Then some of the bigger stuff that we've got. So new Porsche Cayenne, and then we've got the VW Touareg, and that's the front of the Touareg there. Big, I mean that's still a big brake pad. Look at the size of that there compared to the phone, really, really big. And then we start getting on some very expensive looking discs. I wouldn't want to price them. I'm sure Gary will tell you the price at the top of his head. Some of our customers have had these fitted by us. So this is a 2-piece disc off the AMG GT line, and then you've got also the floating disc here, so that's off the RS4, and then you've got back to a normal sort of A3 Sportback disc, and it just shows you how Brembo do also normal calipers. So that's what you see on the back of, it'll tell you what it is there. So Renault Master, that is something that we replace a lot of, especially with those NEPS fans that you see coming in and out all the time. Calipers are really common. Iveco daily. So again, you know, Brembo don't just do sort of performance things, we use Brembo on a daily basis. And then on this side, that's your Sprinter caliper. I should know that because we change them a lot. Really common as well, that pin there, the top one, that'll get stuck in. So you normally use a bit of heat on there just to get that pin out. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I want that there. I want that for our reception, big see-through caliper. I think I might speak to somebody at Brembo and see if we can get something off them. That would be nice. But just to show you that Brembo don't just do they don't just do performance brakes that you see on Formula 1 cars and all that sort of stuff, and swanky calipers like this. So They also do OE equipment that we use every day. Some awesome looking calipers there. That looks a similar size to what you see on a Range Rover Sport on the SVR models. Any colour, you can have it, I suppose, with Brembo, as long as you're willing to pay the money. We just want to show you basically what Brembo do and how we use them every day in the garage. We've got a couple of more stands to see today, and we just want to try and get you involved. If you use Brembo on your car, or if you're looking for an upgrade, let us know in the comments, see what you've done with Brembo, and we'll see you on the next stand. Thank you. Right, we've landed at Continental, so obviously these are one of the top tier manufacturers of tyres. So they've also got their own tyre machines here. Obviously these are, well, they certainly look like very similar to ours, which are Hoffman. Whether they are or not, I'm not sure, but this is very, very similar to ours. So we were with Brembo before, so as you can see there, they've got the wheel off the car and it's on here. But when we're talking about brakes, there's no point in having the best brakes in the world if the thing that actually is the final grip of the road, the tyre, is no good. So we do always try and recommend decent brands of tyres. So, you know, Continental, Michelin, Pirelli. We do sell a lot of Continental, and the other brand that we sell a lot of is Pirelli. So we normally advise, if your car came with Continental, put Continental on. It came with that tyre for a reason from the factory, and we would like to supply that tyre back to the car. So it was normally, it wasn't just randomly picked off the shelf. That tyre was selected for that car. It might be in the weight of it, the brakes, the seating capacity, you know, the terrain that that car is normally used on, and all go into the factors of why they pick that particular tyre and that particular brand. It isn't always just on price. You know, it's sometimes ride quality, whatever. But we would always advise, if your car came with a Continental tyre, you would fit Continental. But again, not just bigging up Continental. If your car comes with Pirelli, fit a Pirelli, you know, and try and get the right, not only the right manufacturer, but get the right model of tyre and the right speed rating. A lot of people can fit the right tyre and the right sort of model of that tyre, but then the total wrong speed rating. You know, it's always better to put a bigger speed rating on than a worse. But our M4, I wouldn't want a speed rating that was for 100 mile an hour for a car that could possibly do 140, 150, 160 miles an hour. So remember, just try and fit the tyre that was made for your car. But on the other hand of that altogether, we will happily fit a budget tyre, because if your budget or your needs are just for a budget tyre, then we'll happily fit that as well. But we do always recommend try and fit what is OE approved for your vehicle every time, and that'll keep you and your family safe on the road. Thanks very much. We've landed at the Benpak stand. So two things I really like is Benpak lifts and Mustangs, and they've ended up somehow on the same stand. So this is the Mach 1. I'm assuming somebody who works here, it's got all the gear in. It looks really similar to the Bullet Mustang. And it's on like a little scissor lift. That looks like something you'd use at home. Cool little thing, like, but not something that we'd see in our workshop. And if you come around here, so we've got, these are similar lifts to what we use. Benpak's changed its colour scheme to grey now, but very similar to lift to what you use. And they've developed this table here with Tesla. So this is for removing the battery packs out the bottom of the Tesla. So you'd obviously have your car on the two-post lift this up to the battery pack. You can leave the car in the air and remove the battery pack just with this table here. They've also got the Go jacks that we use, they're on the other side there. And something that we don't use but would be pretty cool to have is the Benpak tube bender. I'm not quite sure what this is here.
Parts washer.
Parts washer, there we go. The man from Benpak.
Yeah, there we go.
How are you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
My name's Marvin.
Sean. Good
Sean.
to meet you, Marvin.
I was just telling everybody we've basically got a YouTube channel. Just came down to the NEC to see what's going on. We've got a garage that we use a lot of Benpak in.
Oh, awesome.
So as we walk past, I thought I would see what's good and what's new.
Yeah, Lift Masters are a big distributor out here, so we came out to support them.
Yeah.
got some new products that we're excited about. A new 2-post lift that we're fired up about. New EV battery lift that we're excited.
Yep.
So we're going to start introducing these parts washers as well. Been extremely successful in the States, so now we're starting to get them out here in the UK.
And what sort of stuff would you put in there? Just cylinder heads?
Yeah,
things that you work on?
cylinder heads, engine blocks, really any kind of parts you're repairing that need to be cleaned, obviously, prior to reassembly. So.
And is it like just like a boiling hot water sort of like a steam cleaner?
Exactly correct. There's a solution, proprietary solution. There's a lot of options, but we have a proprietary solution. You'll see there's jets along the bottom, side, top. The carousel rotates. So it's really simple, easy, since it's stainless steel, maintenance free. Throw it in there, turn the dial, and good to go.
Full 360 wash.
Yeah, you got it.
Very good.
Very effective.
Nice. Nice Mustang there as well.
Yep.
I
was surprised to see a Mach 1 Mustang out here. You don't see, I'm guessing that's not too common. It's actually the owner of Liftmaster. It's his personal car.
Yeah.
It's his baby, so came out to spotlight, use this to spotlight our quick jack.
Yeah, is that quick jack something you'd use at home?
That's absolutely what it's for. So it's really easy. It's 2 separate pieces. Everything's got quick disconnects for the power units. Disassemble it, hang it up on the wall. So there was actually, we didn't do it, we should have thought of this, but one of our clients had done a YouTube video showing going from hanging on the wall, down, connecting, plugging it in underneath the car, and the car's up in 5 minutes. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's
very good.
Very versatile, easy to use.
It looks like a good thing if you're doing like a bit of home detailing or a little bit of maintenance or anything yourself.
Yeah,
that looks like a really good thing to have.
Guys that are doing the vinyl wraps like it, they can get the car up a little bit easier, especially if they're doing it mobile. But just the do-it-yourselfer, you're jacking up one side, put it up on stands, go right back, do this thing. It's just so quick and easy. It lifts it up a lot higher. It's more stable too than putting it just on jack stands.
What sort of weight would that take?
This is 5,000, so 5,000 pounds. We also have a 7,000 pound version. Yeah.
Do you know roughly how much that would cost in the UK?
Yeah, so the 5,000, the Liftmaster is selling them for $1,645.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. No, it's
very good deal.
Affordable, yeah.
For somebody who's doing a little bit of work at home, I would say that was a really good idea.
It saves so much time, especially someone like me. I got twin 6-year-olds. I got a little bit of time every once in a while to work on my hot rod. So having something like this where it's quick and easy and up makes, all the difference in the world. Time savings.
Yeah. Are you sure you haven't got one of them at home?
Yeah. Well, I don't have the space, unfortunately, or I would, No, that would be the dream, but the garage in my house, I don't have enough space for it. So, but honestly, the quick jacks are more than enough for.
They are, yeah.
I've swapped a transmission out of my car using just the quick jacks. It's high enough to do, even something as massive as that. So.
Yeah, it's really good. We'll have a look around the side.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So there's a ram there. I'm assuming there's a ram on the other side.
Exactly. So there's 2 separate units. They're connected together with these hydraulic cables. We have quick disconnects that are bleedless. So you disconnect it, put it back together. You don't have to bleed the system.
It's like a dry brake.
Yep, exactly correct. It's dry brake. So really quick and easy to disassemble and move to the side. Each of these are about 35 kilos. We got rollers on that side, so when it goes down, you can lift it up here, and it's got rollers on the other to move it where you need it to go.
Wow, it's awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of different adapters, blocks. We have taller ones for truck, anything that's going to be taller that all plug in. Very versatile solution.
That's a really good product, and obviously anybody who, any of our customers who ask us for something at home, would always recommend Benpak, because we've had our lifts for, I would say, probably 8 years now.
Oh.
And our whole workshop's full of Benpak lifts. We've got 9 of them.
Oh, that's great.
And we've never had one problem.
That's
so
awesome.
Anybody basically wanting a lift, we always recommend Benpak.
I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Thanks very much for your time. It's been great speaking to you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right,
cheers.
you guys be safe. Thanks.
I know. Right, we've landed here at Garage Hive. I think Tom might have made it into one of the videos that we've done. We're here with Alex. So this is basically the garage management that we use. We've spoken about it before, but really just want to catch 2 minutes with them just to sort of relay the information that we've told you before, that we believe if you've got a garage and you're trying to progress it, get out of the paper diary, or even out of lesser garage management, and at least come into Garage Hive and get a demo of what they do, because the things you do different to other people I think is crazy.
Yeah.
It's stuff
for the kind words.
But stuff that nothing's like I don't think you do anything amazing. You just do things that are so simple, but no one else does.
Yeah,
Like, it's not, you know,
that's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
You haven't like reinvented the wheel. You just said, listen, this is the best practice to do.
It's been really simple for us. So all we've done is ask you guys really over and over again what you want.
Yeah.
And the developers have been able to put those in place, put them into place, and over the last 5 years or so, and lots of development cycles and lots of suggestions, and if you listen to your customer base, you end up with a good product, don't you? So that's been the plan.
I think that we were with garage management before, and basically we ran with the problem. We were taught that we were the problem, basically. You know, you're doing it the wrong way, do it this way.
But you guys ultimately know best when it comes to what you need to run your garage. So why would you have that attitude? Why would you not listen to your suggestions?
Yeah.
It's just logical, you know, and a lot of our staff are from the industry, so we understand the industry.
Of course,
and we know that you guys know what you're talking about, so it's very logical. It's not complicated, is it?
And that's what I found hard, is when you rang, say, one of your competitors, you were fighting a battle almost for something that you were willing to pay for, but you weren't going to get it.
Yeah.
And it was, we can't develop that. You know, that's not in the system. But with Garage Hive, I seem to give any sort of feedback, and you'll say, listen, it's not going to be done tomorrow, but we will look at getting that done, and then before you know it, there's a release, and it's something's coming in.
That's what it's been all about. If it's a sensible suggestion, or if it's something that we perhaps don't see the benefit in, we've got that forum for you to all chat together in, so get it in the forum, have a discussion about it, and if there is traction, then it naturally gets added to the product. And
what do you think news coming to Garage Hive soon, or what is literally just coming out?
So at this very event, we've just launched the Eurocar parts integration. So we're fully integrated with Eurocar parts now.
Nice.
So this is an addition to our integration with GSF. So what that allows you to do is price up parts from those suppliers and then order parts from those suppliers without having to pick the phone up. So it saves a lot of time, improves that process, and it allows your front of house staff to spend more time with your customers as opposed to, you know, on the phone to suppliers.
I mean, we've just literally implemented for some of our customers that had it, the online authorization. So for us, that was a little bit strange. Like, we used to going on, you know, you speak to the customer, walk them through the job.
So have you been using online authorization?
I think we've done maybe only 10 so far. And everyone was a little bit sceptical of it because you know, a bit of paper doesn't really tell the customer what, but it does actually. If you lay it out properly in the user system where it's full, you know, the photo, the text, and the price is there, and they can take what
it's a bit of a radical change, and it is quite scary to implement that change into the business. But I think once you've done a few and you start seeing that some of your customers absolutely love that digital transaction,
some customers actually don't want the phone call. You know,
well, I mean, you know, I'm not indicative of every customer, but I like digital. So if I take my car into a garage, I would love to be able to see that health check digitally with the images and then the pricing, and there's no pressure, but it's all there for me to make that decision myself.
Yeah, you're not pressured on the phone.
Like
you must get this
but sometimes even, you know, let's say you have a really big MOT failure and you've got a lot of information to get through on a phone. It can be quite overwhelming to a customer.
You can't remember the first thing.
Well, this is it. You get to the end of the phone call and you can't remember. You literally can't remember the first thing that advisor said. Whereas online auth just eliminates that totally, and I mean we've implemented it into our own business as well, and we've just seen incredible results off the back of it. So that's really cool you're using that. I wasn't aware you started using that.
Just literally as Tom Covey said, you know, salesman he is, straight in.
He's doing his job then.
He is doing his job. And he's give him his due. He's very good at his job.
He is very good.
He is,
I'll make sure he watches this video as well.
Big up, Tom. I just want to literally get a couple of minutes for you, basically, and just to say that if you are using the garage management system and you're not maybe 100% happy with it, or they're not implementing changes that you feel like you need, just call Garage Hive. They'll talk you through everything. They'll get you a demo. I know their demo times are a little bit ahead now, they're so busy, but give them a call, get it booked in, and if you can, get on board with Garage Hive. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Nice one. Cheers.
Right, we've landed here with Martin, who's from Britpart, who you'll know that we use Britpart pretty much every day. We've seen a big change in our Land Rover parts once we started using Britpart, so we always get a guaranteed next day delivery, which is a lot better for our customers, so we're not waiting, you know, a day or two for parts. We'll get them next day, and we also carry quite a lot of stock from Britpart as well, which helps out a lot. We have spoken to somebody previous to just walking past this stand here at NEC about going down to Britpart for a walk around with the camera, which it'll be really interesting to see how things actually go on down there, because originally I thought Britpart was not as big as it is, and then when I started looking into it, it's a massive company, isn't it?
It's a huge company, yeah. 55-acre site in Craven Arms.
Wow.
Distribute all the Land Rover parts from Series 1s all the way through to modern Defender. So basically, if Land Rover do it, then there's a good chance that we'll have it. So we pride ourselves with the range of parts and availability that we have.
And what I found amazing was that actually, there's a Britpart truck actually comes and drops it off. On a Thursday, you don't use a separate courier. If we're desperate for parts, they will courier out to us the next day. But if we can wait for parts, or we organise things so it lands on a Thursday, you'll actually it could be a Britpart Arctic wagon pulls up, delivers your parts, which I found amazing. Then when I look into it, it's not only the only wagon. There's a lot of transport that they do like by itself, don't you?
Well, we sell so many parts, from chassis to body panels, that we need to be able to distribute that to our customers like yourselves. And it's much better if we can control that and control the costs. So we have our own fleet of Britpart lorries, and we can pretty much deliver to you almost next day. And we know then that the parts are good, they're being carefully secured.
That's the big thing for us.
And you get the right parts at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, and the truth is that we've never ever yet been let down by Britpart. If we click order on the screen on the portal, it arrives every time. And then if we ask for it on a Thursday, it comes in their own wagon. We've never had a broken part. We've never actually, tell you the truth, we've never had a warranty claim. It goes on, it fits first time, it fits really well. We also buy genuine parts from Britpart as well. So not only do they stock their own parts, they also stock genuine parts, and we've also had things like Delphi and all that sort of stuff, have you?
Yep, completely.
And
using
suspension
brands,
components.
You can choose what level of part that you want. There's aftermarket parts, there's genuine Land Rover parts, and there's the trusted network of people like TRW, Delphi, Bosch, all those type of people. You can get whatever you really need from us for Land Rover.
That's what's good as well. When we put the part number in, it'll give us a choice. So sometimes either the customer doesn't want, maybe their budget isn't enough to go for genuine, so then you would come down a couple of notches. But to be fair, even if you're using Britpart's own parts, they're really good quality parts. And like I say, the fit is perfect. We buy Britpart service kits. Everything we need to service that vehicle is just in one box. Fantastic service, fantastic quality, and we'll hope to see Martin down at Britpart when we go down with the camera.
Thanks very much. Seeing you soon.
Cheers.
Thank
you very much.
All right.
Lovely. Mint, mate. Right, thanks very much for watching at the NEC. We've had a really good day, spoke to some really good people. Hopefully we'll get some connections made and we'll get down to their place. Obviously we'll be taking you, Dual Media and Team Valley all at the same time. Thanks very much for watching, and remember, the car giveaway is going to be very, very soon. I think we'll probably get that on the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. See you next time. Right, thank you very much for watching. This is episode 47. So it's been a pretty big journey, I suppose, from 0 to episode 47, and I think we're just about next to 13,000 subscribers now, which to us is amazing. Obviously all we can do is thank the watchers and the subscribers. And if you are watching, so we're getting a lot of watching, and obviously a lot of people aren't subscribing. So make sure you click the subscribe, click the bell so you get a notification if you do like these videos. If you don't like them, then click the subscribe 3 times. That's what you need to do. So we're eventually back at the garage. It feels like we've been all over the place, everywhere apart from where it all started. So basically went to New York, ended up going to the Birmingham NEC. 2 things which were really good, and we've had really good feedback off those as well. So when we went to New York, we were getting really good numbers there. And also when we went to NEC, we met Ed China, who I can only say once again, what a guy, honestly, unbelievable. If you think our head's good, this guy is so close to him, but taller. We've also got, as you've seen at the start of the video, Callum is absolutely loving his new little Fiat Panda. But because he's got that Fiat Panda, that means that now we're on to the next giveaway. So we're going to have to get that Discovery 3 all prepped, ready to go. 25,000 subscribers, someone's going to win it. So if you subscribed at the start of our journey or at the 25,000, somebody at random is going to get that Discovery 3. And hopefully by the time we've finished with it, it'll be driving like an absolute dream. So as we talked about the channel, there is something to show you. So if you just flip over here, I think everyone's seen this taxi before, or one of the taxis. We've got 3 or 4 of these. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do another channel with something to do with this taxi. I'm not going to say what it is. It's going to be next week that we'll start talking about what's going on. A couple of little things to put in place, but basically, it's not, don't worry, we're not skint, we're not going Uber, but we will be doing something with this taxi. What I want to do is, because we've never done one for quite a while, just a little walk around of what's happening in the garage, because it's so much happened between New York and NEC and here. We'll have a quick walk around, but the first thing to mention is that over there, where you're used to seeing this big massive Avanti, it's gone. It's all gone. Look, there's trees there. The garage looks completely different. I know it sounds crazy, but because it's not a big American bus there, the garage looks different. So the Avanti's gone, and the first job that is in the way here, I suppose, is this one. So I don't know if you can see much in there, but basically the cylinder head has been removed because this has got a head gasket problem. So that head's at the machine shop, it's getting skimmed and pressure tested, make sure that's good to go. Once that's back, that'll be probably middle of next week. We'll need to get that cylinder head back on. At the moment, me and Gary have been looking through the jobs, and the future jobs, they're just big job after big job after big job. Obviously we'll try and show you some of them jobs, but we've got a couple of bodies coming off the old style Range Rover or Discovery 4. We've also got the new shape. We've got a Range Rover Sport, the front cradle with the engine's coming out for work. We've got a black one that the back cradle's coming out for suspension work. What else have we got? Ford Rangers. So at the minute, we just have a massive backlog of Ford Rangers. So we're doing loads and loads and loads of oil pumps. I think we're on probably between the 40th and 50th oil pump. So basically we're changing from the vane type to the mechanical, the gear type. Gary spoke about that before. I think if you flip back a couple of videos, there is a video on that. So that's a really good upgrade, and it keeps the longevity of your engine. But on the flip side of that, we've also got head gasket problems with Ford Rangers at the moment. So we've got a black one there at the moment. We've also got 1, 2, 3 coming in for head gaskets ahead of that. And we've also got engine is seized on a 2-litre bi-turbo. So even the new engine, you buy a new one, you still got problems. This Jag, this got towed in this week. This was in for a burst brake pipe, but then when we've looked at the back brakes are just, they're not serviceable anymore. You know, the discs are way too thin, they're like a razor, and the brake pads are getting down to the metal. So we're just waiting for authorisation of the customer for that. The JDPS Disco, that's just on the way to work this morning. That ends up with a misfire. That's a 3-litre V6, so that's another problem engine. We'll have a look at that. Believe it or not, we've caught Gary working. Unbelievable. Gary's on the car wash today. Loving life, that man. I tell you what it is, the weather is unbelievable. It's amazing. So, Disco 3, similar to ours actually, the one that we're going to give away at 25,000. This is in for a handbrake module. Another really common thing. Well, actually, I'm saying common. It's been quite a while since we've done a handbrake module because we're getting less and less of the Disco 3 and 4 in, because a lot of our customers have upgraded to a Disco 5. So they've went from handbrake module, which is like the black box basically with 2 cables go to the back wheels. Now they've went to the conventional sort of handbrake calipers, which are, I would say, a lot less hassle, easier to change, cheaper to buy, so good for the customer really. this little Mini is in for a clutch. Luckily this one's a 2-wheel drive, because a 4-wheel drive I think is a bit of a headache to do. This Corsa has just had a water pump and a thermostat housing. That broke down at the side of the road. I think the RSC towed us in. The Alfa Romeo, that I think people would have probably seen that. That was it, our or one of our storage units on the Team Valley where we keep some of the toys. That's been there for a long time. We've brought it back because, to be honest with you, we don't even know what this needs. It's been here that long. We don't even know, can't remember what it needs. It starts and drives, but I'm assuming it's going to need some work for MOT. This is a friend of mine's Mercedes. He always keeps on top of servicing. So basically he serviced it and it's just the other day broke a rear spring. That's a rear spring, full service, kept the car mint. That's ready to go back to the customer now. One Northeast Logistics, they're a really good customer of ours. Look after their vans. They don't care what it takes, they just want their vans good. But unfortunately this time belt snapped way ahead of what it should have. So whether there's a component failed to get that belt to snap or what, not sure. But that basically is going to need a cylinder head off. Look, get the valves checked and new ones replaced if it needs it, and then get that back on the road. So then we've got this green machine. I'm not even sure what this is, to be honest with you. I think this is possibly an Audi S3, maybe. And by the look of it, it's wrapped as well, not the colour it should have been. So this is in for a DSG gearbox problem, but there's actually argued the toss of who's going to pay the bill, because we haven't fixed it yet, but when we've said we need to diag it, the customer doesn't want to pay for the diag because they feel like the car dealer should pay for it. The car dealer doesn't want to pay for it because they feel like the warranty company should pay for it. So we'll let them battle it out, and then when they know who's going to pay what, we'll start work. That car actually matches these straps. So the truck has obviously had the bed done. We'll do an episode on that. It still looks absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon that we spent a bit of time and effort and money, unfortunately, on getting it right, but cracking job, and it just looks a lot tidier as well, a lot nicer. Let's have a little walk in, Ed, because the heat is unbelievable. I can't believe the Avanti's gone, Ed. It's amazing. All right. Bear in mind, it's actually Saturday morning, so that's why it's quiet. There's actually nobody at work. Gary's coming to watch his car. Oh, there's Gary.
My God, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. How long since we've been on here, Gary?
Holy shit, cracky, I tell you what it is, it's been a while. It has been a while. I tell you what it is, like it's...
Are they new, Gary?
No, they're the old ones, Marvin.
Bloody hell, Gary. How wide's it that?
Well, you know what they say, big head.
Very focused?
Well,
no, was it?
It's a shame this wasn't next week because I've got the new Gex in the car, which I went to pick up from Spec Service this morning. So yes, I've got some new Gex here because they've seen better days. How's things, Bob?
Good. We just haven't done a video for so long, and then we're coming to Saturday, and you're washing cars.
Well, yes. I'm standing behind this box here because actually I should probably stand the other way because I tell you what it is.
Let's just show people those. Look at those legs.
When people see this here, we'll get another 10,000 views. Hold on, Ed. Crikey, hold on. It's not that close, bloody hell, man.
Don't you have to use a zoom?
Oh, holy.
Gary's got his
yes.
dog's legs on.
Yeah.
Gary, let's have a walk around.
I borrowed these off a chicken this morning. Yes, okay. So let's
go on, let's have 5 minutes.
Somewhere.
So this, I despise this car. So this came in for, I can't remember, it came in a while ago anyway for some sort of problem. Anyway, that problem got fixed and the customer's been driving it. Anyway, the head gaskets ended up going, so this is the one that it's just gone back together. It's gone back together, there's a couple of little hiccups. I think it needs an injector as well, there's a tiny little misfire. And the motor doesn't sound right, does it?
No. It's, I mean, yeah, we've done a few of them head gaskets, so this is probably 5th one I would think of.
Easy, aye.
Easy, obvious, anyway, they never got together. They didn't come apart very well, and they didn't come back together very well.
They're just
they're off.
Well, these are like a throwaway out. These. Anything happens with the bottom end on one of these, then just throw it away. Because a lot of the motor recon people won't touch them now. That's just a bit of a headache, and that's all the bits of taps that goes in the bottom of it. The same as the wheels and the rest of the.
But if it's got a bit of an engine noise, we'll get away with it because of them stupid wheels on the
Oh, you're not hear a thing. You're not hear a thing. This ML is in just for a diag on. Well, I'm saying Monday. It was actually in for a diag on Thursday, but it got pushed to the back of the queue. This is one of We Buy Cars for More's. Nice car, but it's very, very smoky.
Very small.
So we'll have to find out what that is. Obviously the obligatory NEPS fan. I think there's a NEPS fan makes it to every video. We haven't seen much of NEPS actually for a little while.
No. Another low mileage example, I think I was done 180k on a 69 registration.
Oof.
Something that we couldn't do from all the time. It's just quite a distance unit.
So this one's, I'll get a health check anyway, everything gets a health check, but the gear lever is really stiff on the forward and back. So Callum had a quick look yesterday, he's took the cables are free, but the part of the turret is tight. So he's looked at that, that'll be something to look at maybe next week. I'm not sure, see if it's actually in the bearing that on the turret, you possibly get something in there and free it off, but sometimes it happens in the gearbox, so obviously you've got to strip it down just for the sake of that. This camper, this is accident one.
So this one belongs to a motorhome, because they've stopped doing it now because of the hassle. But anyway, we started looking after Brunswick motorhomes, I think it was about 18 months ago, maybe a little bit less than that. And they were on about this one then, so literally this one's been in a body shop for 18 months, waiting for this. It's just come out now, and when it's come out, they haven't put the end cap on, so it's really little trivial stuff, but we've got to put that on, but there's the bits of the finishing trim missing and what have you. It's not aligning very well, so
basically I think they've replaced that back panel.
Yeah.
But you can see there, I mean, so it's been a body shop for 18 months to replace the back panel. And
it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous.
So, I mean, that is not what you want to be a motorhome. I mean, to be fair, I've got no idea how it should look because I haven't got a motorhome, but I know it definitely should look like that, whatever it is. That is it's a nice camper van.
It is, it's only done 4,000 miles. When we see that, it's been in the body shop for 18 months, so that's probably why. Good interior, nice interior on that.
Nice. Another Range Rover problem. So this is one of the last of this shape, L320 I think it is. So this is in for a diesel leak, and it's got a tiny little misfire on the start. I mean, it's just not right. So I think it possibly is one injector. There's a diesel leak on the back of the engine, so it's run down the back of the engine over what they call the arc bar, which is a hydraulic anti-roll bar. And the customer assumed it was anti-roll bar because they are a common thing to go, but luckily for him, I'm not sure what it is now. It's not arc fluid, it's actually diesel. And the Ashley sign van.
You know that's trying to throw a bottom crank pulley off for a change?
Aye, for a change, yeah. Through a bottom crank pulley off. I'll show you, but this is all boxed off and done. It's just in overnight because of the stuff inside and it was just slightly roof rack. But basically, the bottom pulley where it's like a rubber film thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
I think we showed one a while ago when we did the wet belts. It's like a dampening pulley with a rubber inside, and they just shear. It throws off.
That one's shear altogether. Obviously, getting noise for a while. The driver's obviously not heard it off, doesn't give a toss. The pulleys separate altogether, and it came in for a power steering fault. That's because the power steering pump was a driver at all, because the bottom pulley's off.
Threw the belt off.
But you've been lucky there because that drives the water pump and all that. The van seems to be fine actually after.
Some of those when they shred the belt, they're going in behind and they start doing more damage.
Off and everything,
Been fortunate, I'm looking good fortunate.
So this M4, this came in on Friday, so that was yesterday. I can't even remember what day it is. Just came in yesterday for an aircon condenser. We bought one and it's actually been manufactured slightly different, but it's just not right to fit perfect. So just put the customer in a courtesy car, got him on his way. And the new one is coming Monday/Tuesday, I think. So once that comes, we'll get that new condenser in, front boot back on. It's actually, that job there, it'd be easy to take the gearbox out, or do the clutch or something, because there's so much like fiddly stuff, wheel arch liners and bumper clips and trims and blah blah blah. I think it's a nightmare, especially stuff like that.
But it's getting the gearbox oil change as well, but what we'll do as well, if anybody's got one of these and they're suffering from, I think it comes up with an overheating or a gearbox fault. Sometimes it's the cooler as well, so that's your gearbox oil cooler there. We've cleaned all the debris out of it, but I mean that was just like, you can see, just collects debris because it's in the front there. But the collects the debris, then this just becomes like a solid block, and then it kind of cool, so you could get temperature problems. So it comes up on the dashboard saying your overheating problem.
Yeah.
But he's requested to do a change on it as well, so we'll get the 2 filters. There's the oil for it. We'll clean all this out before we put it back together.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's nice on the M cars, everything's all marked M.
Yeah.
So you've got all the M badges, they're pretty much on there.
Even the crash rate, it's over there, you know, that's all there.
I like that.
Nice one.
I like that. Well, I think because it was so quiet, the workshop water is all over. So next week we should be back to normal, I believe. So me and Gary were doing the water on the workshop, or me or Gary, or me and Gary. I think it's been 3 weeks, maybe, possibly 4 weeks.
Feels like a lot, doesn't it? Feels like
It feels like we've never been in the workshop with the camera for a long time. But we'll be back next week, so we'll start on Monday. Monday is just another manic day. To be fair, I think we're booked up pretty good for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I was saying before, there's a lot of big jobs in, like there's engines coming out, there's, you know, the engines being replaced, there's head gaskets, there's all sorts of stuff going on.
So if any of our customers are watching this and they need like that routine maintenance done, like MOTs and things like that, it's worthwhile giving them a ring, because as Marv says, I mean, next week and the week after, I think there's a little bit of space left for Friday, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then we're into the week after that, which is like the 2nd week of July.
Aye.
Yeah.
If you are, well, just what Gary said really, if you are a regular customer or you want work done, don't leave it till the day before.
Yeah.
We'll always try and fit you in, always, but it'd be nice if you could just give us a little call and give us a bit of notice. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed New York, NEC, all that sort of good stuff. Obviously, anything happens in the future, we'll make sure we get on the video as well. Remember, just like, subscribe, share, click that little bell icon so you get a notification. I don't think we've had a 60,000 view video yet, but we're getting so close. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll definitely see you next week. Cheers.
See you, everybody.